How can you start changing the unhealthy workplace environment? I'm going to be talking about this one thing which I've experienced. It really matters a lot, and it has the power to really turn around the whole chemistry and the environment. So if you are struggling with your workplace environment and every day you feel, I can't really do anything about it and I wish something happened and things changed, then this video is for you. Hi, I'm Aastha Tatia, daughter of two rock-solid pillars, mother to a lovely daughter, wife of a humor king, an engineer, MBA, corporate executive turned anchor person, now a happiness coach, helping leaders become the most sought-after leaders by having deep connections and meaningful relationships in their organizations. Do hit the like button if you find this video meaningful. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. So one thing which I'm sure each one of us has indulged in at some point in time is backbiting. What does backbiting mean? जब कोई इंसान मौजूद नहीं है, उसकी एब्सेंस में उसके बारे में कुछ नेगेटिव बात करना, that is backbiting, right? Now, किसी का कोई बिहेवियर आपको अर्क कर गया, आपको पसंद नहीं आया और आपने किसी और से शेयर किया, yeah, because typically we just kind of are unsettled about something and then we want to talk about it, we want to backbite, and that kind of gets the juices running. You feel good, you want to take that time, even if it means taking an hour. How many times you would have spent an hour talking about somebody else and you just wanted to do it, and what did you get at the end of it? Probably nothing. More intense feelings, more intense negativity. That's all, I think. Was it sorted? Was the relationship next level? Not at all, right? So that's all that backbiting can do. It can just give you maybe some brief excitement. Oh yes, let me talk about this. That's it. Now what happens is, one behavior by somebody or something you've heard about somebody, and then you start talking about it, you pass it on. It could be a rumor, it could be just a one-off incident. But जब आप ये बात करना शुरू करते हैं तो आप अपने लिए एक belief create कर रहे हैं. That's the image that you start carrying for that person, and then you will see more of it, right? And then as it spreads, that's how it spreads. Then you're talking about the second person, then you're talking about the third person. So भले ही वो एक इंसिडेंट रहा हो, बट आपके लिए अगर वो अनडिजायरेबल था, आपके लिए अगर वो आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस पर खरा नहीं उतर रहा था, then you immediately start talking about it, right? Now what is the context of talking? It is just unloading, just speaking. The context is not that you've been hurt and you really want to improve upon it, because if you really want to improve upon it, if you really are committed to the person's behavior not being repeated, to having a better behavior, then what would you do? You would really walk up to him or her and say that, hey, this is what happened and I think, this. I want to share with you. I don't want to go and talk to anybody else. I straight away came to you. So instead of backbiting, walk up to the person and share with him. Now I understand that sometimes you may not be in a position, or you may feel, oh, this is not the right thing. The other person is not quite open about it, willing to accept, receive feedback. Even then, you could figure out mechanisms, but going around and talking in a manner where you are only spreading that negativity, it just becomes a part of the whole culture, right? Because one person does it, the other person does it, the third person does it, it just passes on and on and on. When you're meeting in a group, you start talking about your boss. Oh, look at him, how he does it. He doesn't understand. Yesterday, this is how he spoke to so-and-so. Why don't you really complain about him? Why don't you do this? Now, I'm not saying you must tolerate whatever is happening, but all I'm saying is backbiting doesn't serve. Backbiting helps No one. It rather enhances, increases the unhealthy environment. So instead of backbiting, one, you either walk up to the concerned person, and if you're really feeling you can't contain it within you, go ahead and talk to that person. Number two, ask yourself, is this like an everyday thing, or is it just a one-off event? The person behaves. And third, being aware that we are all coming from our belief systems. Somebody behaving in a certain manner, that's the only way he knows. That's the only way he knows. आप जिस तरह से बिहेव कर रहे हैं, आपको वही तरीका आता है, जब तक कि आप अवेयर होकर के उस पर कॉन्शियसली काम न करें. सेम वही सामने वाले के साथ है. तो या तो as a team आप responsibility लें, as an individual, as a pair you take the responsibility. So all I'm saying is shifting position is what I'm saying. कैसे होगा, उस पर क्या करेंगे, वो आप figure out कर लेंगे. How is not an issue. But the whole question is, when you are backbiting, what's your context? Where are you coming from? It's not a place of ownership. It's not a place of responsibility. It's a place of just I'm not responsible. Let them do whatever they're doing. I don't even care, honestly. But I'm standing right in the front of the line when I have to talk about the unhealthy workplace environment. When it comes to taking responsibility, no, count me out. That's the context when you're when you're backbiting. But if you shift the position from backbiting, not being responsible, to taking ownership, okay, let me see what I can do. Yeah, because this is the environment that I'm going to live in, and how do I want it? Okay, if I want it this way, then can I start by not backbiting? If somebody comes to me and backbites, can I just say, hey, let's not do that. Let's not talk about that person in his absence. Let's just go and talk to him directly, if at all there is something. If I can be that change maker, if I can step aside, right? One, I'm putting in my contribution, number one. Number two, I'm relieving myself of all that stress, the unnecessary stress. It doesn't need to occupy my place, right? So that's the call that you need to take. If you backbite, if you talk about other people, one, you are creating that mess within yourself. That's what you're focusing on about everybody. So then you cannot talk of healthy relationships at workplace. Because if you just want to backbite, relationships cannot be super amazing, right? And second, are you then standing in a place of responsibility? You're not taking ownership. So for your personal growth, if you want to take yourself to the next level, then start taking responsibility of what you're speaking, how you're behaving, and what you're doing to other people. It has an impact on other people also. Imagine if you get to know somebody speaking negative about you, spreading negativity about you, how would you feel? It calls for responsible behavior. Yeah. I hope you found this meaningful, and you can be the change maker. You can take that step in the direction of creating a healthy workplace environment where you can initiate not backbiting. You can create your own ways and means of people getting together and finding out the positives, talking more about the positives, and a culture where people walk straight up to the person, and the other person also being in an open mode to receive what is being shared as a feedback. Yeah. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.